Good day. Welcome to Ken's Hobbies. My name is Ken Land. I thought I hadn't put a video for a long time, and I have been busy since I put my last video. And I thought today I'll make a video here of how I go about recording an LP and saving them. My ex wanted me to record a pile of records off her, putting them on CDs for her. So that's what's been keeping me busy. The next one I'm about to record is this one here. It's called Music Row Greats. And a lot of these records, when I looked online for the information, this is an example of one of them, but I could not find the year it was made or the information or cover design. So when I look at the price tag, I see that this is one of the cheaper ones, and it was sold at $2.99. Now, the question is, before this 1970, this one does say the exact year that it was released, right there, 1977. But still could not find the cover design, or had troubles in hunting these ones there. Now, YouTube does provide a lot of more albums, but these ones that I have not found there, because the fast way is to download most of them and put them together, not these ones. That's why they've got to be done the hard way. Here's another one. Here's another one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in total. We gotta do whoops, kind of offset there. Do the hard way, just to show you the amount and why I have been busy. There is the total amount that I've had to do for her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, these 12 right here I've already done, because what I just said, and the rest there. So the first stage, and this has to go by stages. The first stage it's got to get done, of course, is to play them. And because this is analog style, it's not like a CD. When coming to play, or I should say record, this has got to be done totally different. Just trying to figure where I can put the camera in doing so. And I put it. Yeah, that might work. Okay, it should work. Now, just now to set it up here. Okay. Remember my last video, I showed you I was had to replace a belt on my tape recorder. Well, there's the new belt. I got one plane out of it since I made that last video of showing where I replaced this. And there's the belt. I haven't used it, like I say, one time. I came here the other day, I'm still trying to figure this pause button out here, and discovered belt here broken. So I'm trying to find the invoice and squawk about that. Anyhow, let's get this is there. So I get the record and put it on the turntable, And it's got to go because of my cartridge here. The reason I got to go through the preamp of the tape recorder. From the tape recorder, got it there. And, whoops, already goofed. Getting ahead of myself here. Gotta restart this. Artist's name is George Morgan, who wrote this song, and the song title is In the Misty Moonlight. And it was written by C. Walker. This is another little point of interest. If you want to know who wrote the song, most records put who wrote the song in brackets beside the bold writing. There's two in this next song. It's not on the cover, it's usually on the record itself. And who wrote the song. Okay, so that's how I do the recording.
I could be happy in one little room.
Now, what I use for the recording on the computer is
Darling, if you were there,
a program
I could do it
called Clover Bits.
before. But if you were by my side, I could be anywhere in this whole wide world, and I know I'd be satisfied. Way up on the mountain, or way down in the valley, I know I'll be happy. Any place, anywhere, I don't care. In the
So this is called Sound Editor.
by the flickering fire,
As you can see,
any place is
got the setting here on line in. That's what this is called. Line in from the tape recorder to the computer via your sound card. This is the playing button. Of course, this is the stop button. Now, this is almost next to a VU meter. The exception, it just uses, as you see, 2 bars. So I just set them just below where it turns the yellow. You want it around the yellow to red range, as with the VU meter showing, which you classify as normal. So I got this pretty well preset. Once it's preset, you can pretty well leave it there. So I'm gonna, at this point, pause it. That's the first stage of how I get the record, LP, onto the computer. And this is average, well, 15 minutes per side on the record. So at this point, I'll pause the camera and we'll get back to show you the next stage. What I do generally is in between waiting for the record to get recorded is I'll play the solitaire. This solitaire version is the original version right from when Windows first started with 3.1. 3.0 even, that's what I recall right. I know 3.11 definitely had it, because that was my first unit with the operating system, was 3.11. before Windows 95 came out. Oh, we're done side 1 already. Okay, time to flip the record over. It's side 2. I recognize that right off the bat, Mary Ford. Les Paul, Mary Ford. Okay, now here's a good one here. I've got 2 black 10s here. I want to decide which black 10 to move. And this is one of the changes from the Windows 7 version that you can download to use on Windows 10 and Windows 11 versus the original version. On the original version now, if I was to move this 10 over to there, it opens up for a king to go in there. But I want to see what's under this 10, and I use that one, which I'm going to do here so I can show you the issue, one of the big changes that was done. We see that was the queen, which we lucked out on. Now we got 9, okay, so we'll continue that. Now we get a king. Okay. Now, because I opened that king, if I wanted to back up, this only allows you, and you see as soon as you turn that card over, you got no undo. With the new version, you can undo as many as you want. Not with the original version. That's what our first step that I want to point out. Okay, well, looks like it's finished recording. So now we're ready for stage 2. Now we end of recording, and it brings up this chart. Okay, now here's how we can do the editing and the splitting of the tracks. Play our pause button, and now we'll advance this to the beginning of the first one. Now we can stop it, put a mark here, and with this plus sign, it puts the first break there. So when we start here, and at this point I'm going to pause a lot here. So in there, you put the track name here, and it just so happens these are the only ones I could find online. That's the reason for having to record this particular record. So I can do a little cheating here and speed things up here. I've already pre-done this from what I found, and now I can come back to the record and it just speeds it up a hair a little bit there. So now we can, first of all, we'll add our filters in here. Our noise reduction, and we'll tweak it just a touch here by putting our editor in there. Equalizer. That's the word I was trying to think. Now you can see we can just touch down the line, just a touch down. So the peak of these bars are just touching the top and bottom of this frame here. So we'll skip through this. Now you can just skip through it rather than playing until they come to the end of it. Come to the end right there, so we'll pause it, back it just a bit there, put a split there, come to the next one, we'll put a split there, so we can eliminate half of this silent portion. And then we come to the next track, put the title in, the same thing, we come down to the end of it. Whoops, too fast. Stop. Put a mark. Put a split. From here, put a mark for the split. Another day, another dollar. This is a cute one. It even applies to this day. This is for the working man. Done by Win Stewart. Another day, another dollar. how true that is to the person. That's about how it is until the day you retire, which is my case. I have retired. That's why I decided for some kind of hobby. And I'm putting all my hobbies into video format there for YouTube. Okay, then now we continue. See, that was side one. And we just continue on down the line. And we can, this is why I don't shut it off in between side one and side two. You can just continue it on like, and you can continue. And I'm right. This Paul Mary Ford. As of course you all know, Les Paul is very famous for his inventions. Okay, so I'll continue this here. I'll show you the next phase. There's one here I couldn't find. So you got to type in there. So the artist name here is Jimmy Okay. This is an interesting one. I said I'd be getting back to it. I got a comment here. This is a gospel song. Now, gospel very much fits in with your country. And anytime I come across a song like this one's called Might Be Coming One. First time I've ever heard it. What I do is, anytime I come across a country album that's got a gospel number on it, I save the gospel ones into a different folder, and I make up my own batch or an album with the gospel songs, like this one here, which only has one gospel song on it. Okay, so that was the last song. We got all the titles in now. What I do is what I do here is, notice starts with an M, the first letter of the title of the album, and this is by various artists. So I log it under the album title, which in this case is Music Row Greats. So this would go in my folder. So if we click here and we say yes, we want to save it. We come over here now, we go to where I keep my music, which is on my E drive, Echo. I have a folder, main directory, all music, open that, and then I look for, and I got this in the phonetic alphabet order, so that it's all in beginning either with the album or the artist. In this case, the first letter in this album is an M. So we looked on my list for Mike, which is the phonetic word for the letter M. So type in Mike, and then in the Mike subdirectory I put a subdirectory or another folder called Complete Albums. So we click the Complete Albums and we click OK. And now we just click Save. Now it'll all go there. In the meantime, we come over here and we go to my M folder and to my all complete albums, and everything will be down here at the bottom, except you see I missed the first one. As you can see, it records, I just delete the blanks as they come. Now as soon as this writes there, you'll see stage 3. Or should I say stage 4? This is pretty much stage 3, come to think of it. Saving them. Because I have things to say when it comes to the final stage. And the whole reason why I keep this unit on Windows XP. Because you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot do the same thing with your new player in Windows 11. Okay, now we'll highlight this, and now I'm going to show you first string. You see me highlight all those there. Now we're going to come to the covers and info, and I saved the covers and the information, track information for a lot of them. We'll go back to there. Now you see all the ones I highlighted before changing stayed that way. That has been taken away with Windows 11. You cannot do that anymore with Windows 11. One reason why I stay with XP. Here's the other reason I stay with XP for music. Let's put playing. So now we open it up to the player, and here's the big change. Look how simple this is. You'll see in a second here how simple this is. Everything's written here. Focus this camera in a little bit better so you can see what I'm talking of. Okay, that's a little bit of an angle, but that's the best I can do here because I've got to be doing things on the keyboard, so I can't very well put the camera on my keyboard or look through the camera. So anyway, this here, I'll just highlight them so you see the color change there. Okay, they're all right there. Now all I have to do is, as I did there, come over here, click the advanced tag editor. Okay, I can instantly put the pre-information in here. And this is the country album, so our John Ray is country. And now the name of the album I can put in here in this box, and we take the LP portion off. That's only for the pass there. Now we come over to the artist, and we'll open this box here, and we just type in various artists. As you can see, I've done another one there before, so it keeps that information for a certain amount of time. And we click our OK. Now we can come over to our media library, and there it is, all there. You see how it's spelled the John Ray in and the name of the album. So now we can start with our track numbers, and generally I go backwards on this. I go starting with track 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, no. Because I had directly below it one in the year 2025. You gotta do there, and the same with the 1, because anything in 19 above you see is 1972. Okay, now remember this is various artists, so now we can come to our first there, and I forgot to put the artist name in here when I pre-did it, so we'll put the song title in here. We'll grab our album cover, and we see the artist's name is Betty Jean Robertson, Robinson. We'll come back over here, and we'll enter it here before I forget. Space dash space, which is our switch, and we'll come back over to our media player. Okay, we can take artist name, copy that song title. Now eliminate that portion. Use our tab button. Come over here one, paste it. Go to the next one. Travis Brothers, copy, paste. And the big thing coming up will be one big thing I will show you. The major Yes, and so already you can see how much simpler this 9 player was on Windows XP. And you'll see a couple more as I continue with this. This should be Jan Howard. This is how it automatically is written in the properties of the song, which is called your path on the computer, and why the media player does the rest. And I'll show you the difference in the properties. You'll see in a second here. I always have trouble getting beside that letter I. Then we'll come back over here, and we'll come over here. Now this section on the here's another thing. What you could do with Windows XP. You could take whatever the theme you wanted with XP, and we had the background, and you could 2 shades. So the properties is this column here. Anything in this darker shade. This lighter version here is called your path. That's the actual name of the file. So watch what happens here, in here, and what the Media 9 player will now do after you've seen what I just did. And you have to wait a few seconds for that to happen. But what will happen is, and I generally put the year, so the track number is first. You see how it automatically put all them in? Now, your new media player, this is the big thing, what I'm about to show you. We go back to our library. If you want the composer, in other words, who wrote the song. Okay, we know track 1 was C. Walker, and I'm assuming that that would be Cindy Walker. So I like to put the full name in, and how I happen to know it was Cindy is I remember watching a program talking about her. Okay, number 2 was Carl Brewer, so we can just take and copy that one, use our tab to come over to it, along with the co-writer of, we use our semicolon, give a space, and V, no, we only have the letter initial D, I'm assuming would be Victor, space, but because I got no way of confirming that to find the name, and the site that I use for most of my information is called Discogs. You can also buy and sell records on that site. Okay, next one, W. Stewart, which he wrote and sang it, so we know that it was this one here. And then we just need to copy that and paste it in there. Go to our next one, and we see it would log in that bank. You want to save on that, so that's why I just move it down to the next blank. Okay, we'll continue that down the list here. I'll pause this for a bit. The big thing that I was about to say, now that I put all the who wrote the songs in the composers column, I can finalize this by putting the year this album was released, which we found was 1977. So I'll put the first one there, copy that, and we'll just paste it in the rest of it there. Coming up, I should say. Let's go back to here, and we'll wait for it to log the year of this album in there. And the next stage is, as I mentioned, wrapping it. I make one album. You just see it's just the process. So all the last piece of information is now officially logged in and permanently in the properties. Your Windows 11 will not, and I repeat, it will not allow you to put the last 2 columns that you've seen me just do on Windows XP on your Windows 9 player. And furthermore, it is so confusing because, as I was saying, that last track being a gospel, here's another one there. You go to play it, and then it throws it all over. So it splits the album out. So if you had a song, for an example, one gospel, one instrumental, one bluegrass, and one country, and a country and western, it would file them all in different columns. So it'd be splitting that album. What the heck? I don't know what person thought of that. And not only that, each one song that big of a square. What? It's so simple. This is a point. This was too simple. Oh, we got to get rid of it. It's too simple. And here's the biggest thing that you're about to see. I'll show you after, when in about a few seconds here, when I finish wrapping this, making it as one file. And there's no argument then. So we put that over here and make album. And I just do a little cheating here because it's faster doing copy and paper. Of course, I use my skip handle in there. I don't want to give my real name out, so I use my skip handle. Peter Rabbit and wrap album. Then we'll come back here because I took it away. And we copy this portion of what the album was called. We copy that. Come back over here and in front of the underscore. We'll paste that and save. Oh shoot, I forgot to change where. Yeah, so here's all I do to recall where I put it. Okay, we went in the Tango folder. So we gotta go to the Tango folder. It'll be right below all our numbers, in between our numbers and the first letter T. And there it is right there. So we just move it over to where it belongs. And now we go to the properties, to the summary, to our advance, and we type in various artists and name of the album. Cue it up. Advanced game. Now over here we come to our pictures, and now I should have the cover, which I do. And oh, well, I did have the information on that. What was I doing now? Oh yeah, right. Then nothing. I'd love to keep this XP on it on the internet, but I just finished reprogramming it after. I swear it's Microsoft behind trying to shut it down from you using it. And a lot of internet sites, the protocol has changed, so I can't get the information the way I like to and used to be able to do there. So I have to use. I got no choice but to use Windows 11 for it, which I'm highly thinking of getting rid of Windows 11 and going to Linux on that unit. Anyhow. What was I doing now? Sure getting bad at forgetting what I was doing. That's the trouble with age. You get that. Oh, right. Covers on info. So I use a jump drive, and apparently I have done that one and that one. Okay, so there's the cover. But before we do the cover, let's have a look at our list here. Okay, that confirms it. What, 600 by 600? Okay, now I'll take this cover and I'll first of all open it up with Microsoft Air, and then I'll pick autocorrect. We see it so much did there, a little too dark, so let's go back. But let's take some of this background there, so we'll say crop, and we'll come back to the edge of that. It's interesting, just slightly off center for the person that took this picture there, so we'll split it just to show you how we can fix that in a second here. We'll take that like that, and we'll say that's about the size of it, close enough. Now we'll hit the correct button. And we'll close this one off. Save the changes we just did on that one. Come back to it, and now we'll open it with picture at 7 for our final stages. Well, I shouldn't say final. Well, I couldn't believe the camera shut off on me. I had to put it on charge for a while, charge the battery. Anyways, to finish this off. Okay, I open this cover now with picture at 7. Now here's where the big change comes. I saved this as a PNG. It's preset. We'll save it as a picture at 7, which is a PNG, but with picture at 7. Now we'll close this window, and it'll keep it in the same folder, but it changes its size. Now I'll reopen it, but this time I'll open it with the Paint program. Now here's where a big difference comes between XP and 11. The Paint program in the operating. This is so simple. Just click Image and Attribute, and I can make 500 by 500, and I'll click OK. So now we've got a perfect square of 505. Now we'll come over to Copy, and we'll see that we have a little white line here. So we'll just take and we'll come from corner to corner, and we'll just move this over a bit over there. Now remember about the Blackfoot when I said that no problem, we'll deal with it later. Well, here's how to deal with it. We'll copy that, and now we'll paste. Bring it down and over until it blends in. Take another section, copy, and paste. And we'll blend that in about there. We can paste it again and paste it there. So now we filled that black spot in. We're going to do the same thing over here. Now we can save that, but this time as we save it as a JPEG, replacing the first original one. So we say yes to that, close that. I can now delete this. Now come back to our media player, pause, and we'll hold there, and now we'll go back to our properties, advanced tag editor, pictures, and we'll come to our add, and we'll look for what's the name of this album? That refers right there, Music Row. Great, there, open it, and that is our cover front. What my eyesight's starting to get bad. Okay, now when we play it, here is the big change. You see this little symbol here showing music. That's what the size that your new player on Windows 11 does. Watch what happens with the old 9 player on XP when I hit my play button now. Nice size cover. Not that little square box. Now you can read the titles here, or the artist's name, or whatever the... Yeah, all these are artist names. You can't on the new 11 player, or whatever it is on Windows 11. So we'll just confirm it's on each one of them. Here's another thing. Who sings? Name of the song. Nice capital big letters. Not like your new one. Okay, we see the covers there. Now remember about when I was talking about the John Race. Okay, we'll come back to our media library now that it's done now covers on and all the information in, and we got it wrapped. We'll come back to there. We'll go back to our library. Now we can change this from country to gospel. That is how I do my albums and make an album wrap out of it. So if I lose a file, I've got the backup as the wrap. Anyway, thank you for watching, and do subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, so feel free to click that subscribe button and that bell. Say, hey, notify when the next one is, because I'm going to be so few and far this year with my condition that being in the hospital for that time took quite a toll out of me, and that's kind of changed my life a bit. And I'm still waiting for that person to contact me for being my 100th subscriber. I still have a lot of stickers left. Those of you interested in wanting a sticker of my channel, email me at klrabbit560@gmail.com. Till the next time, adios.